Looking back to Saturday, we felt like our guys played with a lot of effort and played a physical football game against a very physical football team. We just felt like we could have performed better in some key situations. Third down was one. We got to keep our offense on the field by moving the chains, and then some key third down stops. There were good points in the game that we can build off of. Felt like from about the 10-minute mark left in the first half, we got some first downs, we moved the chains, we got off the field, and then that carried over into the second half a bit. And when we kicked the field goal to make it a two-score game, it sure would have been nice to get that one in the end zone and make it 17-7 and see if you have better momentum to build upon. But, we were disappointed in the finish. The fourth quarter was not a good quarter for us, and there were probably a number of factors that played into that. But we got to move on and build from what we learned in that game, and important week coming up for us.
I know you look at as these games, especially what you said is you wanted to see good preparation going into Washington. Did you see that, and is there something to build on for this week?
Well, I think we had a lot of guys. 20 guys that had never traveled with us before, so it's a first road game, and I thought our focus was really pretty good on Thursday, Friday, day of the game. I thought we handled the environment, really well. The opponent was what we needed to handle better to stay in that game till the end. But yeah, the preparation was better. Now it can always be better, and we're really going to challenge our guys to prepare better this week, learn the plan earlier so we can really polish it up throughout the week.
What do you expect from Sam Houston State? What do you think?
Well, from what we see at this point, it's going to be an explosive offense. They're going to try to get their guys in one-on-one situations. Got a quarterback that's big, 6'6", 220 pounds with a strong arm, so he can get it down the field. And they ran the ball effectively Saturday night. So this is going to be a balanced attack that you need to really work hard to prepare for and limit explosive plays, because they want to get explosive plays and run a lot of plays and go fast. On the other side of the ball, we need to find a way to control the football, and they're big and physical up front. This is a team that's athletic in the secondary. They play a lot of man-to-man coverage, so it's one-on-one matchups again, and they're talented. This is the fourth-ranked team in the country for a reason. They're very talented and haven't lost at home for 21 straight games.
When you talk about those 20 players that traveled for the first time, how key was it that they did travel before you took on, a top-ranked opponent in FCS football this season?
Well, anytime you have guys that get experience for the first time, they experience, a big-time environment like they had to experience, the travel, and it gets a little bit long sometimes by the time you get up on Friday morning and get to the location, and so we hope that helps all of them. Now they're more familiar with it, and we move forward, and you should get better if you really look at what you experience and try to learn from it. You should constantly be improving. That isn't just for the first year guys. This was the first time we had this team together on the road, and now we go on the road again, and another tough opponent.
I know people that might be familiar with Sam in this area know that they like to throw the football a little bit. How different are they from what you've seen maybe in years past, or have you looked at some of last year's film or years past film?
Yeah, we looked at a lot of last year's film, and they're similar in a lot of ways, but they have new coordinators, new coaches, put little wrinkles into it, and I'm sure they have some new wrinkles this week again, and you just have to be very good at adjusting to what you're seeing on the field. But they're going to want to throw the football, but I know they're pretty excited if you can be balanced. That makes it very difficult to defend a team, and they ran the ball well on Saturday night along with throwing it.
On the flip side, how important then is it for your running backs to have a good game to keep that offense off the field and keep your defense fresh?
That's always important for the way we want to play. We want to control the ball, and when you play teams, high-powered offenses, you need to limit their possessions and limit their amount of plays, and that gives you a better chance for a positive result.
Are there playoff implications
just with the national scene where Sam Houston's ranked. There aren't that many non-conference high-end matchups. Is there a lot on the line here?
Well, I think every week there's a lot on the line in FCS football. Really, when it comes down to it, at the end of the year, when you look back, every game is a playoff game. You got to win enough games to qualify. We don't talk about it a whole lot because we're focused on our preparation this week. But as you look back at the end of the year, it's just the nature of our sport because there's a tournament that you get selected for. And for us being an independent, we don't have an automatic qualifier this year. So all our games we treat as, hey, they're like a playoff game. You want to win as many games as you can.
Is this a measuring stick for where you guys are? Do you see this game being somewhere where you can say, okay, this is where we're at right now?
Every week, it's a measuring stick. I thought our opener was a measuring stick because you look at what you did well, what you can build upon, and then where you need to improve. And some areas you need to improve a great deal. Other areas you build upon it. So that's this week. That's what we're going to do. We're going to prepare hard. We're going to practice today. We're going to practice Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Friday, polish this plan up and go on the road against a very good team. So that's the mindset we need to have.
Is there any conversation with the guys about the environment down there, coming from probably the biggest crowd that you've played in front of, to go to another hostile environment? But what's the conversation, I guess, with the guys about how to handle that, knowing that you've already handled something bigger than what you're going to see?
Well, I think, environments, sometimes you can be in a crowd of less people and it's a tougher environment to play. We may have some weather to contend with. We're going to have an opponent that's won 21 straight games at their place. So obviously they feel very good about playing at home in front of their crowd, and they draw well. This is a tough environment from the people we have talked to, and it's what we expected. When we scheduled this game, we expected that this was going to be a real tough environment and a good challenge for our football program.
Talk about running the football. Talk about John Santiago's play on Saturday. Really impressive, especially against a top-ranked opponent, FBS football.
Yeah, we think John's a special player. He made some really good plays in the open field, but I really felt he did a good job on Saturday night. Boy, he got some tough yards when it was yards after contact. One time on a pass out of the backfield where I thought he made some people miss, and then it was a real tough run to get us a first down. A couple draw plays where he got us a first down after contact. And, our whole team helped in that situation too. I thought we were physical downfield and continued to play, right to the whistle to earn some tough yards there and get us some first downs. And then obviously he popped the long one, which we're used to seeing him do, and that's why he gets touches in a game, because he's capable of doing that.
The offensive line got some help, obviously, from John, but were you encouraged by, I think it was 4.9 yards per carry against Washington?
Yeah, I think there were a lot of good signs that we can play physical and we can be a physical football team. The one thing that we want to build upon is be more consistent. And how do you do that? I think it's all in your preparation. Being a Simon Sharp, when you know where to go and can do it and play fast, that helps you be more consistent. So that's what we're going to work on this year. We had a lot of guys that are still learning and still young, so they got to really work hard at preparation, and that's what we're focusing on, because we need to be more consistent in all areas of play, but up front included.
Based on the timelines of guys who maybe didn't make the trip to Washington, are you feeling okay about where you guys are at health-wise? Are you guys going to get a little healthier coming into Sam Houston?
Well, we'd like to get some guys back. We're hoping that Brady will be better this week. We're hoping that Tank, he traveled and was unable to go. We're hoping he can get back. And then we have Austin Gordon and Jade Lawrence and those guys. We're hoping to get some of those guys back this week. And still too early in the week to know completely where we are health-wise, but we're hoping that improves as we move forward.